company. Pete's a leader in our EXP company as a luxury. What is your exact title, Pete? Forgive me.
I'm the chairman of the LAC, the Luxury
Okay.
Agent Council.
So he's kind of like spearheaded the whole luxury division in EXP. And I know all the teams are in luxury and have that. We pay for that annually for the teams to be able to kind of lock in and be able to have that because like Kristen O'Grady out in Hilton Head, he uses it. He was bragging about the assets are really nice. So when you go on a listing appointment, they're really, really nice. But I'm not gonna let Pete tell everything about it. I just want to share. He's an amazing friend, great leader inside of EXP, does a phenomenal job of making luxury comfortable and not scary. So if you're trying to elevate your price point, you're going to feel a lot more secure. Plus, you'll have a great referral partner. His screen says La Jolla, San Diego, California. He's from La Jolla, which is a high-end luxury market in California. And he and his family moved to Tennessee a couple of years ago, I think, now in Nashville. And so he has a luxury team in Nashville as well. So if you have referrals for either of those areas, he's your guy to reach out to. And those referrals are really nice too. Like those checks are beautiful when they come in for a luxury property.
God,
So,
they're the best
so
ever.
yeah, so keep that in mind. Like don't be shy about trying to get some referral money out there. But this is Pete Middleton. Thank you for joining us. Like I echo Craig. I know Chris. We have Chris Fritch on here. Chris, would you mind just sharing quickly about your team a little bit and then Lee yours as well? That way he knows who he's talking to.
Hey Pete.
Hey, Chris, what's happening?
Not too much. How you doing?
I'm doing outstanding.
Oh boy. Yeah, so we have a team here. It's about 20 people. We just joined Luxury, a couple weeks ago. Have been to
Awesome.
Land and Ranch before that. Well, we talked about it in Cabo, Pete, so you
Yes,
sold me on it on the beach, but um
I remember.
it's a
Yes.
pretty easy sell. So I think there's a lot of value there and excited to learn more about it. And we do some listings that get up over 1 million. But we've got a few of them coming up. We've sold a few in the last month, but um, yeah, so we're excited to learn more about it and how to zero in on the marketing and that type of thing. So
No, that's great. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, you guys, for having me to just explain what EXP Luxury is all about. I really appreciate it.
And then we have wait, quickly, would you mind just sharing a little bit about your team as well, real quick?
Yeah, yeah. So we're in Maryland. We're in Bel Air, Maryland, so Bel Air, California.
I like
We
it.
we have with admin and all right around 1822 of us, and we signed up for luxury, I think 2 months ago. So we've done a fair amount, 1 million plus. I mean, there wasn't that much that sold in our county over 1 million. It used to be 5 or 6 a year. Now we're up to 25, 35, something like that. We do have a $4 million listing that's getting ready to come on, which is nice. So price point, driving that up is what we're really interested in, is just getting more and more of that. So
Yeah, that's great. I mean, the good news with luxury, and thank you for sharing that. The good news with luxury is you can always do your bread and butter, right? You're not required to always play in the luxury arena, but it's nice when you do play in it because the way I always explain it to people is you can always come down, it's tough to go up, right? But you do have to be aware of your past clients or friends or sphere of influence. You do have to really explain it to them to them that you can handle their bread and butter stuff too. So, it's not about luxury real estate, it's about relationships with your friends and your clients, right? So I've always said that to people. I go out of my way to say, look, I sell 10, $20 million houses. However, it's important for you to know if your daughter needs a condo in San Diego for 600,000, I can handle that also. That's not a problem because otherwise, a lot of people, you guys, will make the assumption that because you're marketing high-end homes, that you don't have the time or the focus to help them with the smaller stuff. And they'll always say the same thing. I didn't want to bother you. I know you're handling a lot of major real estate, and I just didn't think this would value you. And that's how you can lose a great relationship. So you have to stay in front of them. You have to get that messaging across to them. It's all about pre-framing that to them. I think that's super important. So I'll just make that point. But thank you for sharing that. Congratulations on the $4 million listing. That's awesome. Is that right on the water?
No, it's a farm. It's like 105 acre, 115 acres. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just to start this off, you guys, I talked to Chris down in Cabo. Luxury is what you make of it. Okay. Number one, I've had a lot of people come up to us and say, oh, I was part of EXP Luxury and it just didn't work for me. And I say, wow, that's really interesting. Expand on that. And they always say, well, yeah, I just didn't use it. And I say, okay, did you ever plug into anything? Did you plug into the masterminds? Did you go to any of the regional events? Did you utilize any of the vendors? And they always say no. So basically, they bought a subscription to something hoping it would do it for them. This doesn't always do it for you. It's set up for you to plug into it. If you don't plug into it, it's not going to work. It's just as the same as if you don't call your friends, your sphere, your past clients, your current buyers, your current sellers, guess what? They're not going to use you. It's the same thing. So I'm big in pre-framing, and we put a lot of time and energy into this, you guys, to help everyone. And I'm super passionate about it because, I grew up in Brockton, Massachusetts, which is around 20 miles south of Boston. If you can tell by my accent, I still probably haven't lost it. And I grew up in a real estate family, but my average price in Brockton, Massachusetts was $93,000. And after selling 118 homes one year, I said, there's got to be a better way to do this, right? So that was 118 closings, 118 sellers, buyers, investors. You guys know it. You know what I mean. And it got really grindy. And one day I had this aha moment at a Brian Buffini event. And I went home and I started writing out in future tense where I wanted to be in my real estate professional career and what I wanted to do. And I packed up, I left the family business, I drove cross country, I golfed across America, I had a great time, and I landed in San Diego and I started from scratch. And I built it up one person, one friend, one relationship at a time. And that was really, really big. So the point of that story is if I can do it, you can definitely do this. It's not easy, but it's not hard. It's about making an effort and plugging in and asking questions will all help you, because it's basically luxury in a box. How many people out there want to raise their average sales price by 25 to 50%? Say yes and yes. How many people want to do more production with less sales and make more money? Say yes and yes. That's what we're providing to you. So with your team lead joining EXP Luxury, you guys get it for a severe discount. It's almost laughable what you have to pay to have it. But it's like anything else. If you buy a gym membership to 24-hour fitness, but you never get in your car and never go there, guess what? You're not going to get in shape. But if you're committed to it and you work it and you use all the vehicles and all the tools and all the collateral, I guarantee you it will pay for itself. I guarantee you. You can call me a year from now and say, Pete, I did everything. I plugged into the masterminds. I utilized everything. And if it didn't give you your $995 back, I'll figure out a way to reimburse you that. That's how committed I am to it, because I know it works, you guys. We all poured into this. This is everything we did to break into new markets. I have two teams. I'm not hired by EXP. I'm not a corporate officer of EXP. I am just like you. I have two teams in production. I do EXP Luxury because it has benefited my life, and luxury has given so much to my life that I want to pay it back and pay it forward to you guys and help lift you up. I'm not here to extinguish your flame. I'm here to light your path. and illuminate where you're going in your business. And I'm telling you, the main message of all of us getting together today, and I want it to be interactive, is you can do it. And when you see it, don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel like, oh my God, I got to do all these things. No, these are all options that are going to benefit your business. You can plug in any different ones you want, but everything is there at your fingertips if you belong to luxury. If you don't belong to luxury, then check it out. Because if your team leads are already in luxury, which they already stated, you guys get it for $9.95 a year. It's a joke. It should pay for itself 25 to 100x over if you do it right. I'm telling you, everybody started with one luxury listing. You have to first believe it if you want to achieve it. You have to say to yourself, I can do this. And if a kid from Brockton, Massachusetts, which is a really rough and poor area, can go from a $93,000 sales average to selling houses for 10 or 20 million and not even still know how to speak English, you guys can definitely do it. Okay. So I have a team in La Jolla, California. I have a team in Nashville. I moved to Nashville just under 4 years ago. I moved my family out here. I love Nashville. I love San Diego. And it was really difficult to leave La Jolla. La Jolla is around 10 minutes north of downtown San Diego. It's right on the water. It's one of the most affluent areas in San Diego. We handle all of San Diego, my team there. So if you ever have any referrals, keep us in mind. You can always go to @the Middleton team. That's on Instagram and Facebook, the Middleton team. Okay. So let's get started. Do I have control to kind of go through this presentation, you guys? Awesome. All right. Now, this is the challenge. Let me just find it. I have it up on my screen.
Can you do that? Pete, can you click on it? Will it work?
Yeah, it's working. It's working. Let me find where I have it. Give me 1 second. All right, guys. Because I had a little technical difficulty getting in.
I pulled up your slide deck. I don't know if you have, can you?
Oh yeah, just pull up the slide deck. That would be great if you guys want to share that.
You should be able to just click on the side of it and go to the next slide. Can you do that?
Let me see.
Can you make the screen bigger so it takes up his laptop or the laptop too?
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's the lower right corner.
I don't know if I can. Let's see.
Well, we can click it for him.
I can click it for
Yeah,
you.
you can click it. I'll go right through it. So you guys, this is the new branding for 2026 that we've been working on. Our design team has done a fantastic job. I think it looks incredible. And you know what the funniest thing is? The majority of the people in our company that we own, which is known as EXP, doesn't understand any of this and they've never plugged into it. This is one of the biggest opportunities you'll ever get in your life. And if you have people who want to get into luxury, they want to break into luxury, they want to elevate into luxury, they're currently in luxury or they're luxury teams or independents, get me in front of them. I'll explain everything to them. Because to get all this, especially for you guys, for $9.95 a year, wait till you see all this. I mean, one of the vendors, I made an investment with one of the vendors when I came here to Nashville. I'll just share this with you. I invested under $20,000. I think it was like $19,200 in the last 16 months. And that's returned me $480,000. Is that a good ROI? Now, keep in mind, I don't speak Nashville. I'm not from the South. I don't say y'all, okay? And I was able to come in and immediately make an impact and start selling luxury houses. And everybody asks me how I do that, and I'll explain as we go through this. Let's go to the next slide. So this is what we're going to go through, and I'm going to move through this fast so that we have time because I want to be cognizant of your time, you guys, and I know you have things to sell and list. and I want to make sure that you have times for questions. So we're going to move through it fast. If I'm moving too fast, either raise your hand or just speak out and say, Pete, can we go back to that slide? And then we'll have Chris go back. Okay. So this is what we're going to talk about. All right. Let's go to the next slide. So Tina Call, are you guys aware of Tina in Raleigh? She in Raleigh? I think she's in Raleigh. So Tina came from Michigan and she joined EXP. She moved her family to Raleigh, and that's how she grew her business in Raleigh, utilizing a lot of the tools that you get with EXP Luxury. Okay, go to the next slide. Here's Ed Kaminsky. Ed's up the road from me. He's in Hermosa Beach and Manhattan Beach, which is just south of LA, which if you want to see luxury real estate, it's that area. They're probably selling houses there for between 4,000 and 6,000 a square foot. Okay? Yeah, it's stupid money, you guys. You go up there, you get a row home for 12.5 million. A regular house is 15 million. And yes, they get 2.5% to 3%. Right? This is the excitement of luxury because all you guys can do this. Go to the next slide. Here's Jana Caudell, right? Jana was with Coldwell Banker, and she had her own private firm in Indiana. So she's in Crown Point, Indiana as her main team. Her second team is in Naples, Florida. And she sells in both markets. And a lot of the tools and collateral she utilizes every day to help both of her teams, both of her business. Her team in Indiana is around 20 people. Her team in Naples is around 3. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Oh, that's me. So we can go by that. By the way, that picture is not airbrushed. That's the real deal. Go to the next slide. Okay, here's Janie Coffey. Janie's the co-chair with me, and she was at Sotheby's and Compass in Florida. She's up in the St. Augustine area, and she also poured into this. So all of us poured into it, you guys. It's 135 years combined of luxury that we all poured in to build this luxury in a box system for you that you just have to follow the directions. That's it. You don't have to recreate the wheel. All the R&D has been done for you. Rip off and duplicate. That's it. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Here's some of the success stories that we've had for agents coming in, you guys, and I see it every day. I wish I could share it with you every day, where agents will call me and say, Pete, I did what you said. I did luxury in a box. I followed the directions, and I got a $6 million listing, or I double-ended a $4 million listing. And these are people who have never had luxury listings. They never would even go on luxury listing appointments. They've never dealt with luxury buyers. And now they're attracting it because they believe in it and they're following the directions and they know how to do it. Okay, next slide. We're global. We're in 28 countries. Right now, luxury is only in 5 because we're rebooting it. I'm calling it EXP Luxury 2.0. And we're going to reset it because every country is different. How they function not only in real estate, but with all the assets and collateral that they need there to get maximum exposure and how to syndicate their listings. So it is a complicated system because it's based per country, but we are in every country. Next slide. I'm going to go through the marketing, you guys. You tell me if you like the branding and marketing compared to the regular EXP branding and marketing, which I'm not knocking anyone. I perform on a very high level with whatever I do, whether it's how I dress, my collateral, my marketing, it's all consistent and it tells a story. Okay, next slide. So everything's at your fingertips. How many people are aware that you have a luxury marketing portal that you can go into and you can get any of the materials? You have all the collateral in there that's customized to you. You can get to any of the vendors. You can watch any of the trainings. You can get any of the luxury slide decks that you can share with other agents that you do transactions with. You can share it with other teams. Everything's right there at your fingertips. You don't even have to leave your office. That's the beauty of it. And everything can be done with a few clicks of a button. Next slide. This is definitely the cornerstone to eXp Luxury. We syndicate your listings, you guys. And this is all part of the luxury investment that your team leader has made for all of you, where any luxury listing, which is typically $1 million or more, or the upper 10% of your marketplace, is syndicated to 80 different publications: Mansion Global, Robb Report, Barron's, James Edition, which is a huge international luxury publication, Wall Street Journal, New York Times. And guess what? Your sellers will see their listing on there in real time. And then every week, we will send you all the analytics on that listing. How many impressions there's been there, how many unique visitors. And you can use that with your sellers because they all ask the same thing, you guys. Luxury sellers they're usually detailed people who are somewhat sophisticated, and what they want to know is, how are you going to expose my property to the best buyers globally? And that's what we do. This is all part of it. You're not paying anything extra. You get 10 listings at any given time. If you have more, then you have something called HCP, high class problems. I think it's an extra $199 per listing if you have more than 10 listings on there. But let's say 2 listings sell. You can go get 2 more and add them on there. It doesn't cost you anything. You guys, this is like a home run. This is through a company that we acquired, that Leo and Wendy and the powers that be at corporate actually listened and implemented for all of us to get this company that I was using. They were called Lux VT out of San Diego, and they were doing all my marketing. I was spending on average between 20 and 30,000 per listing. I'll say that again. I was spending on average between 20 and 30,000 per listing with marketing. Most of you guys just started sweating. Somebody take a drink of water or something, but that's the truth. And we brought them over, and they're doing all the same marketing that I used to do as part of the deal. That's how unbelievable this is. Next slide. Custom ad campaigns, digital, print, retargeting, global, local, niche. You can do all these types of campaigns in the luxury marketing portal. And if you need help, we have people who will help you. Just let me know. We'll set up a time. You can talk to them direct, and they'll walk you through it. Next slide. Everybody gets luxury agent websites. We have different ones that you can choose from. There is an upcharge on some of them. Lofty and Bold Trail, there isn't unless you customize it. We have a Lovable edition that builds it for you. And then we have Luxury Presence that does, I think, one of the best jobs. They brought in majority of the luxury agents around the world. They probably have more than 14,000 luxury websites that they built. That's what I use, full disclosure. And we have different programs with them. I think the cheapest one is $195 a month. Then it jumps up to $450. Then it goes to $1,500 and then $2,000. All right. Those are just add-ons. You don't have to do that. But it definitely helps your whole luxury marketing and branding. Okay, next slide. Canva. Everybody gets Canva Pro, but it's Canva Pro Luxury. So it can design everything for you. Signs, cards, presentation folders, postcards, newsletters, e-newsletters, social media posts, buyer presentations, listing presentations, investor presentations. Everything is there. It'll take you longer to print the presentation than it will to create the presentation. I guarantee it. It's all done for you. Everything is done. You just have to plug in and do it. Next slide. Here's how the presentations look. So you can have them on your iPads, you can have them on LED screens, you can print them out and bind them. We'll show you that whole process. But the beauty of it is when you do the presentation, as you can see below you guys, if you're going on a listing, let's say you're going on that farm for $4 million, okay? You can take a picture of that farm, drop it into the presentation, and it'll populate on every single page. So it'll show their property in the Rob Report, in Mansion Global, in the whole presentation. And they'll say, oh my God, that's my home. My home's already on here. So yeah, that's how slick we are. That's how technologically advanced we are in real estate, and especially luxury real estate.
They were really impressed with that too. We did.
Yeah, it's super cool. And it takes no time to do it, you guys. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. I couldn't even get on the Zoom. All right. That just tells you something. All right. Next slide. Concierge brand onboarding. If you need help onboarding for some reason, I know all you guys are on teams, so that's not hard, but even the team leads, if you need help with somebody onboarding on luxury and they need cards done, new logos, anything they're trying to do, we have concierge onboarding for a very reasonable price. They will help you and they'll redesign everything you need. Okay, next slide. Every single listing that you take and you put into the luxury system, which takes around 2 minutes, gets its own custom single listing website. And they're beautiful, you guys. You're not paying extra for that. That's part of the deal. Just like all the syndication is part of the deal. Next slide. PR desk. So we don't guarantee PR, but if you have a interesting property coming up or a property that had a famous architect or athlete living there or movie star or some kind of interesting story, you know, we had the Breaking Bad house, right? Out in New Mexico, Santa Fe. So that was kind of cool. And they'll PR it for you. You're not paying an extra fee. They'll announce all the PR. You just have to get it to the right person. And that's all included. Next slide. New homes. So new homes is our newest division. We just launched it on March 3rd, which was 4 weeks ago to today. I'm super excited about it. If you already belong to luxury, if you want to add on the new homes component, it's $9.95 a year. Okay, I'll say that again. If you already are a luxury EXP luxury member, you can add on new homes for $9.95 a year. We have different divisions, you guys, and we'll go through them so you can see it. So if something interests you, subscribe to it because you get different collateral, different marketing. It's a different network. They have different masterminds, and new homes is all about landing land that you can entitle, subdivisions, new builders, right? How many people out there think new builders need help? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Even if you do small subdivisions, this is set up. Everything is there to start it from beginning to end at your fingertips. It's unbelievable. Okay, so that's new homes. Next slide. Collaborate and thrive with the best, right? Like I said, they have their own masterminds, everything. Next slide. Online events. We have online events multiple times a year. We usually have big Zoom events at least 4 to 5 times a year. Some have to do with AI, some have to do with different parts of luxury, and we have masterminds every week that you can plug in. We even have masterminds on Wednesdays that you can invite other agents to check it out, that they'll explain EXP luxury and why it's so beneficial to that agent to plug into it. Because most luxury agents, what they don't want to do, you guys, is they don't want to leave their brokerage because they've been brainwashed that the brokerage is the reason why they're successful in luxury, and they don't want to disrupt their business. They think that they disrupt their business, it's going to cost them a lot of money, when it's actually the complete opposite. If they disrupt their business and come over and join us and all the collateral they get for $2,500 a year and they get to keep all the money, it's going to give them freedom. It's going to give them their nights back, their weekends back. They're going to create legacy for their family. It's a no-brainer. I mean, it really is, but most people don't understand it. And they don't like the regular branding of EXP. I've heard that a million times. So I said, I can solve that. I don't focus on problems. I focus on solutions. You can give me any problem in the world. I won't focus on the problem. I'll figure out how to solve that problem. That's it. And I keep going until I can solve it. And I'll solve it. Next slide. Luxury Academy. So if you feel as if you don't have a grip on luxury, you don't understand it, you're concerned how to play in this field, we have an academy of coaching courses, videos, everything you can access inside the luxury marketing portal. It's right at your fingertips, okay? And then we also have an online certification course that you can do. That's another one that you can also do. Next slide. Networking and referral groups. You guys, listen. We have our own referral network in EXP Luxury where you can update your protocol. You can put in your niche markets. You can put in where you are. And trust me, the amount of referrals that are going all over this country would blow your mind. I received a referral this past month. I was in San Diego for 9 days. Referral was called in to me. The guy flew in. I showed him 3 houses, sold him a $5.5 million house, all cash. That referral agent made off that 25% referral. She received a check for $33,000 for a phone call. Let me say it again. She received a check, which I'm not bitter. I'm pumped that she thought of me. A check for $33,000, you guys, for a phone call. That's it. She didn't even get on the phone with me and the client. I got on the phone with the client. And then I called her after it closed. And I said, yeah, I closed 5.5, all cash. He's happy as ever. She goes, yeah, he just called me. It was a great experience. Thank you. I said, yeah, you got 33,000 coming. That's how it works. Next slide. 90-day luxury breakthrough course. So this is the course I was talking about that's new this year. If you don't feel like you really understand luxury, you can plug into this course and you can find out when they're doing the course. I know they have different start dates, but we have trainers that can train you in luxury. Next slide. Joining EXP Luxury. You guys, if you haven't joined, I'll make it real easy for you. It's $9.95 a year. Right? Because your team leads are already in, you don't have to qualify because you're under them. That's a gift from your team leader to all of you. Next slide. Brand membership. You can do it if you're like, hey, I don't want to pay the $950 a year. You can do it for $95 a month. You can put it on your credit card. It's tax deductible. It's an expense. We try to make this easy because some people like to pay as they go or they like to do it a year. It is a 1-year commitment, all right? But that's an option. Like, see, everybody kept coming to me saying, hey, I don't want to put up this money up front. But I'm going to share something with you guys. In order to play in the luxury realm, it takes money to play. You got to pay to play. All right? There's no ifs, ands about it. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. Nobody's holding a gun to your head, but you're going to miss out on elevating your price point, elevating your professional fees, elevating your income, and elevating your opportunities. So here's one of the memberships. Let's go to the next slide. Here's a premium, $250 a month. That's if you were joining on your own. That's the monthly option if you were joining on your own. Next slide. So which membership plan is right for you? Like I said, you guys can do the $950 a year or $95 a month. Next slide. This is what it gets. But you already get the premium. You guys get the premium membership for $95 a month. The only difference is you're allowed to put only 5 of your listings on at a time instead of 10. Your team leader, because you're on a team, it's going to be irrelevant. I don't even want to get into it. Next slide. So if you're interested in getting luxury, scan that code and just join, you guys. It's the biggest no-brainer outside of joining EXP as a business platform, because I don't call it a brokerage, I call it a business platform, that you'll ever make in your life. But you have to take action. If I didn't take action, I would still be selling, well, it's not 93,000, the average in that city anymore. It's probably around 300, but I would be selling $300,000 houses. It's so much fun selling 5 million, 7 million, 10 million. I mean, I got a referral last night from EXP Luxury for a $9 million listing in San Diego. You guys think about that. $9 million bucks. I'm going to get a professional fee of 2.5%, right? Let's do that out. That's 225,000. I will sell the house because they're motivated to sell it. 225,000. I pay $2,500 a year to get all the collateral. So I just paid for it for what? 100 years? I won't even be alive. I'm not going to live that long, right? But how awesome is that? That's how it equates. That's how I look at things. I'm practical. I'm from Boston. Boston people are optimistically pessimistic. They don't believe you until you can prove it to them. I'm proving it to you right now. Next slide. So that's all the marketing. That's all the collateral. We'll hook you up with all the vendors, you guys. We cut the best deals with our vendors because most of the time they had to negotiate with me, and I had a certified negotiation plan in my mind when I brought them in and we went through everything with them. I mean, the Luxury Presence website, to get the deal that we got with them, or that we received, I shouldn't say got, that we received with them, we worked on it for 10 months. It was like giving birth to a website. You know, I had their website before I helped create EXP Luxury, and I'm just going to be completely transparent. For me to design my site in San Diego was $7,500 up front, and that was $3,750 a month. So let me say it again, $7,500 up front, $3,750 a month. Now you can get the same website designed for $500 up front and $195 a month. Think that's a good deal? That right there saves you the money to join. And there's countless other stories like that you can just plug into these things, you guys. I mean, I showed a listing in Nashville. I was talking to Shelly on my way there last week, and I showed that last Friday, and the other agents who were showing it to their client walked up and said, "Oh my God, I've never seen collateral like this. This is beautiful." Because I have these big collateral books that I do. They're called Goliaths. And nobody around here has them. And every agent and every client, when they see them, they say, "Wow, that's unbelievable." And we'll plug you into that company. If you guys reach out to me, how about this? Because you got on today and you made the effort, if you guys reach out to me, I'll hook you up with the person there. As long as you're part of Luxury, you have to be part of Luxury. And I will give you my proven marketing system that I've been doing the last 16 months. That's made me over $450,000 bucks. I'll give it to you. You don't even have to recreate the wheel. I'll give them permission to allow you to copy everything I'm doing. How about that? You could be up and running in 1 hour. You just have to make the commitment. Go ahead, Shelly.
I was just going to say, if you ever been to a Rolex dealership, like an actual Rolex store, that book he's talking about, I happened to be there last night just because they opened. And the book he's talking about, that's what they have. Like, it's not a Goliath. It's like, it's a regular size, but it's that thick paper. And like, I'm holding it. I just wanted it just because I'm like, this feels so good. And it's that elevated experience when people walk in, they just know it just puts you at a whole nother level. Like the salesperson, it automatically just elevates you when you have that collateral. It's so important to have great collateral when you walk into a luxury. You walk in there and they don't look at it. Your clients aren't looking at it. It's not that paper is what we need now, but it's what they want to feel. They want to know that they're buying quality when they buy you, because that's what
Yeah,
they're buying, right?
it's a great point. I'm so happy you made that point because everything clicks together, you guys. The business cards click together with the presentation folders click together with the presentation boxes click together with the actual presentation. It's all telling a story, right? Because it sends a subliminal message to the consumer ahead of time. This is what you can expect from us. This is how we run. I mean, look at this marketing. The marketing is beautiful, you guys. And trust me, I've done deep dives. You ready for this? I've done deep dives, like almost psychotic dives on Compass marketing collateral, Sotheby's, Berkshire Hathaway, the agency, Serhant. Who else did I deep dive on? Coldwell Banker Global Luxury, Douglas Elliman. You name the luxury division or brokerage, I've done a deep dive on their collateral. And I'm telling you, our collateral is better. And you get all of it if you're an individual agent for $2,500 a year. If you are on a team like you guys are so lucky to be, you get it for $995. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy.
I have an idea. Like if each team lead did your marketing package, Pete, like if we each did that and we had it, then we could take it for social media. Like we don't have to have a real listing. We could take one of your listings or someone else's listing, put it into that packaging, and then talk about it on social media. Like, look at this. This is what we do. And like stand apart. Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it's a great idea because look, the one thing I'll share with you guys right now with social media, the internet, AI, there's no boundaries anymore. People are moving all over the place, right? And they're buying luxury real estate all over the place because they're nervous about the stock market and they're nervous about the world economy. We are in the greatest position ever, as my father, who was in real estate 50 years, taught me. What do people need to live? They need food, water, and shelter. We're in the top three in that order. It's one of the greatest businesses ever, especially on the luxury side, because luxury keeps growing. Luxury is going to be insulated. Let me ask you this question. Do luxury consumers do their own taxes? Do they typically do their own investing? Do they do their own estates and wills? Do they do their own financial planning? Do they do their own medical procedures? No, they hire professionals to advise them that they like, they trust, they believe in to do that. And that's why luxury real estate will be one of the major parts of real estate that sustains over the next 5 to 10 years. Because there's massive change coming. And if you don't get into it now, you're going to be in serious trouble. Listen, I'm a positive person. They call me Positive Pete, but I'm also a realist. And I'm just telling you guys, you have to plug into this.
Craig,
Get out of your head, plug into it. I'm telling you, you can do it. And it's fun. And the relationships that you'll build will be fruitful. Go ahead, Shelley.
I was just going to ask him to stop sharing the screen so we can all talk and everyone can ask questions. You're finished, I think, with the presentation?
Yeah. I'm gonna grab a couple of the. I don't know if you can see them. I have them right here at my home office in full. Oh, sports and entertainment is another one of our divisions. Yep. So that's an add-on for $11.95 a year, and they have all types of cool presentations. So if you're dealing with athletes, or you're dealing with entertainment, or if you want to get, the Charlotte Hornets players, or you want to get Carolina Panther players, I'm thinking of what's around you guys. That's how you crack in, because you can send all those presentations to the HR department of the team and say, look, we help all these people. And it shows you how to get in front of their agents. It shows you how to get in front of the teams. So that's another add-on. We have three different divisions. We have land and ranch, if you're dealing with farms and estates and land, right? Because it talks about water rights and mineral rights and air rights and a lot of different things. We have sports and entertainment, and we have new homes. Those are the three add-ons. And we'll probably be running a promotion. I talked to the GM of Luxury SA probably by June or July, where we'll do a bundle for a year if you're an individual agent. You guys are all on teams, so it's a little bit different. But you can add it on if you're really interested, and then you just have to plug into it. But everything is there at your fingertips to do it. So if you've always said, oh God, I love the guys on $1 million listings, and I'm going to share something. I know all those guys, so I'm going to share something with you guys. It's all made up. It's all drama, right? That's it. But they got in because they met the right people, and they just built off of that. Full disclosure, I'm going to get up to get things. I have shorts on underneath my suit, just so you know.
I love it. The real deal. Does anybody have questions or want to talk while Pete's grabbing that? Any question of sports entertainment, ranch and land, anything at all?
Peter, you close by. I was going to ask about the sports and entertainment with Ravens. When we have the Ravens and Orioles, so I was kind of curious to see what is actually. Can't see it, Pete.
Yeah, it's tough to see it on these.
Just put it closer to the screen. Oh, nope, maybe further back.
Your background off.
This is how I get listings. I disappear.
I disappear.
It's a magic act. It's tough to see. I mean, it's all the collateral that I was kind of sharing with you guys. But
sure.
Like I said, if you guys want all my stuff, I'll give it to you. I'm not attached to it. All right. We're all in this together. This isn't competition. This is collaboration. And Shelly and your team leaders who are awesome are friends of mine. They said, can you come on, kind of give an overview? Because you guys would be in shock how many people in our company don't understand any of this. And it's the best kept secret in the company. It's the biggest opportunity in the company to not only do more production, but also to attract agents and teams. If you ever went to a luxury agent and asked them what they paid their brokerage, none of them know. Because they're too busy making money, you guys. But a lot of them are paying their brokerage $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 a year.
Yep.
Because the brokerage keeps telling them that the only reason why they're successful is because of the brokerage. It's the biggest scam in the history of life. It drives me crazy. So I always ask those agents, and I'll give this to you. I always chuckle and I say, hey, can I ask you a question? They always say, yeah. I always say, so if you weren't at Compass, you would sell no houses and list no houses this whole year? And they all say, of course not. Say, so what's the draw? Oh, their marketing, their collateral. We have the same stuff. It's actually better. And you can join and I'll let you guys in on a secret. I'd say 95% of people who are in luxury, in the luxury realm and working in that each month, they all cap. Did you guys hear me? They all cap. I capped in 2 days this year. You guys, 2 days. So when I look at somebody and they're like, oh, I'm not interested, I said, not a problem. I get 363 days at 100%. I keep all the money. If I had stayed with Coldwell Banker Global Luxury, my team and I did it out the other day. I've been here 5.5 years. If I had stayed with eXp Luxury, right, I would have paid them $2.4 million in fees. I paid eXp zero because I'm Nikon. They give me all the money back in stock. How great of a deal is that? Go ahead, Shelly.
Lee, did you get your question answered about the sports and entertainment? I'll make sure because I know that so they are like in a very they have a lot of connections with sports and entertainment. Their team does. Lee's works out with some of the football players.
Awesome.
Do you like I want to make sure we get that answered so they can really dive into that piece if that's
Yeah,
interesting to
just
them.
learn what the difference is. What's the extras that you get with the sports and entertainment side for the Falcons?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. There's different masterminds, there's different meetups, there's way different collateral, right? Presentations, marketing. It's kind of a subset of luxury collateral and marketing and systems that you won't get in EXP luxury because it's so specialized, right? It's a niche. And right now I think we have over 200 members and all of them have experience with either sports or entertainment in some capacity, right? I'm a member of it, full disclosure. And I haven't really even plugged in because I've been building other stuff for EXP, but I plan to plug in and then I'll go to all my sports friends and all the entertainers I've helped in the past and say, look, it gives you talking points, you guys. It gives you a reason to reach out to them and say, who do you know who's in your, solar system that is looking to buy, sell, or invest in the next 60 days? We specialize in this. We have a very confidential, well-run, elevated system for sports and entertainment. Like the NDAs are in there, right? Those are the things you need.
So that is in there. Those disclosures are in there.
Yeah. Everything's in there that you could think of, and they're constantly adding. And you have they even give you options on different presentations. It's really cool. It's super elegant and designed for that niche. The same with land and ranch and the same with new homes.
What's the best way to connect with you for the collateral? Is it by email or phone call?
I mean, I would always just say, text me. All right. Text me. I'll give you guys my direct line. The best way, I always pre-frame this to everyone. The best way to get me is text first, phone second, email third. I only check my emails a couple times a day because I'm out running around making deals happen. But my direct number is 858-922-3377. And do me a favor, send me your V card if you send me a text. Also send me your V card. Your V card is your virtual card that's at the top of your A's in your iPhone. If you have an Android, I don't know how it works. And I would say immediately go buy an iPhone and get into the new realm of technology. So, and then what I'll do is I'll put you guys in touch with my direct contacts for the collateral, and you can just copy it and you can change it. Listen, I'm not attached to anything. I'm here to help people. I'm here to lift people up. And like I said, this is my baby. This is my passion project. EXP doesn't pay me for it. I don't get paid when people join. I get nothing financially out of it. I get other things out of it for helping people. Because I know that if this was around when I was trying to figure out luxury, I would have saved a ton of time and a ton of money, and I would have been off to the races. That's the truth.
I have a question.
One of my sports guys just texted me. That's funny. Coincidental. I got to call him today.
Hey, Pete, I have a question. As far as when you made the shift from Boston to Cali or Cali to where you're at now in
Nashville. Yeah.
What were you doing to break into the market?
It's a great question. First, I went and I was nice to everyone. Just to be honest, I was nice to every agent. Most agents in Cali, it was pretty funny. I would go to every broker caravan, every open house, and I would introduce myself, and they all thought I was a lender, right? Because the lenders are trying to work the agents for business. And they said, you're the nicest agent we ever met, because we always thought, I mean, some people thought for years I was a lender. And I always congratulated congratulated everybody on their listings. And I would always say what I say to everyone. Hey, if I can ever help you in any way, don't hesitate to call me. And some would reach out and they'd say, hey, I don't know, you seem nice, professional, you're always put together. I just got this new listing and I have multiple listings and I can't do them all open. I know you like luxury open houses. Would you want to do it for me this week? And I'd say, let me look into it. Can I get back to you by tomorrow? Because my luxury open houses start on Monday. And that's how I broke in. Because quite honestly, you guys, no consumer knows the difference between an open house sign, a for sale sign, a for lease sign, a sold sign, a bus bench, anything like that. So it's repetition of getting your name and your brand out there consistently and then having the collateral that matches it, which we've already taken care of. And that's what I would do. I'd put out 40 signs and I would do luxury open houses in these luxury areas that I wanted to be in. People started seeing my name and I was really good at creating relationships and conversions. And that's how I broke into the market. Go ahead, Michelle.
One of the things I mean, like Lee, I know you play at the golf course. I was just talking to Kevin about this the day before yesterday. And I think the golf course you play at matters because you're going to have the right people. I wish I played golf when I was in Charlotte. I would have been at the Peninsula Club. I would have freaking killed it. But I didn't play golf. I didn't think I'd be that good at it. I mean, I think I would be a golf player. I would be at the country club. I would be getting to know people. And, but not just like a friendly drinking buddy. Like I'd be like a value. So when they talk to me, I'd be like, okay, like Jennifer, I know you give really good content, like when you do your social media. It's, and Danny, and just giving that really good value of I'm your expert, professional. I show up, I play golf. I don't cuss at the pole and I don't throw the clubs.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
gotta be relatable, right?
Yeah,
The key
like
thing is,
be like
and Shelley's
yourself,
right.
but be professional so that they
I mean,
see
that definitely helped me in my community that I'm in Nashville, you guys,
Mhm.
is I immediately joined the golf club because I love golfing and they have a Friday game with like 30 guys, right?
Mhm.
That I got in on and I got to know all these guys intimately. And then we have card night once a month, right? That we meet
Cigar
up with
bar.
all the guys. And that's what it is. It's just building those relationships. You have to remember a lot of wealthy people are kind of guarded. They want to get to know you first and they want to know that you can relate to them. So it's whether it's at the yacht club, the golf club, certain charities, cigar bars, whatever you're into is getting that out there and getting it known and making it familiar to them because they're all looking for things they can connect with you and what they're in alignment with you. That's the key.
Yeah, like you getting your kids like into the golf clubs, and if it's the Trump International Club at the Point or whether it's the Peninsula Club, it's those people are definitely the people that are selling big houses. And like I even when I sold my personal home, I was going through a lot with my family and I couldn't personally handle it. And here I am a realtor and I brought someone on our team in to help me sell it because I didn't want to emotionally be involved in selling my house. I wanted to say yes or no. I did not want to talk to an agent about whether my sofa was worth $10,000 or $2,000. Like I didn't want to talk about that. So like my time was too valuable and I'm not a fluent person, but like time, people value their time and that's where I am in life. And I'm like, time is everything. Like either you're in with me or you're not. And that's how people, I think affluent people would be, is they want to know that you got their corner. They don't have to think too hard. You're going to give them come back with 2 to 3 solutions of what they could do. Give me the option. And I will tell you this about affluent people is they are less worried about money. They're more worried about their time. So like they're not squabbling with you usually unless they're just crazy over something stupid. They're like, I don't want to lose this deal. They understand the deal more than, would you agree, Pete?
Yeah, they do. I mean, you have to remember when you get into the affluent level, they're all good negotiators, or they think they are, right? So you have to know how to listen well and acknowledge what they're saying and know how to negotiate with them and help them. Because Shelley made a really good point. They don't typically nickel and dime. They don't have the time for that. They want to make sure that it's handled correctly, that you do what you say you're going to do, and that you have the right feel and the right presence, and that other people are going to look at it and say, "Well, that guy is a pro." I like what Danny Willis said. If Craig's getting us a membership to the Peninsula, I'm coming out tomorrow. I'll just work on the Craig LePage team. That's it. And that's how we do it. But it's getting in front of those things and going to networking events too. Just remember, you're always marketing to two groups. Okay. I'll make it real simple in real estate. You're marketing to the consumers in the niches or the field you want to be in, and you're marketing to the agents. That's it. And you have to stay in touch with both groups because they'll make you a lot of money. But you guys can all do this. This is a no-brainer. How about this? I'm going to make a very bold statement. This is the biggest no-brainer in the history of real estate. Seriously. And if you disagree with me, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Because by the time I get done, you'll be like, all right, where do I sign? That's how big of a no-brainer. The money that's on the line and how it's going to elevate your life, if you just believe in it and you just do it, you guys have, the sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. I went and I showed a house the other day. You guys, in La Jolla, it was $94 million.
Dang.
94 million. All right. I'm trying to get Shelly Johnson to buy it, but it's $94 million, right? And it's in La Jolla Shores, and it's called the Sandcastle. If you YouTube the Sandcastle, I couldn't even take video or pictures. And because I knew the agents who had it, I didn't have to sign an NDA. But they've shown it to 6 billionaires. Okay? Is it worth 93 million? No, it was originally on the market for 108. I think it's a $75 million house. But I looked at them and I said, I hope you guys get 100 million. They said, you're the only agent that said that, Pete. Why would you say that? I said, because if you set the market 100, that means I can sell one for 125. And you're still getting 2% on that, in case you were wondering. The professional fee is 2%. You can
Ooh,
do
I
it
love
all.
that.
It's not a bad
Professional-
payday. And guess what? Those people aren't going for FHA financing or VA financing. You're not
I
dealing
love
with
what you just
appraisers.
said, professional fee.
Always.
So when you go for any commission, instead of calling it commission, professional fee,
commission.
that was like a gold right there.
There's no commission, you guys. Everything is change your vernacular. I don't have just listeds. I have new opportunities. I don't have just solds. I've done deals. I don't have commissions. I have professional fees. And I'm telling you, it goes a long way. I have marketing. I have customized marketing plans for every single one of my properties. I've customized negotiating plans for every single one of my properties. I have target market plans. I have strategies. That's what they want.
Mm-hmm. That was gold right there. Because the way you speak to somebody matters.
Always.
Mhm.
Listen, you have to be able to relate to them. And the number one question you should be asking every single person you meet is, what problem can I solve for you? And what's the most important thing to you? What's important to you? I just keep asking that question, you guys. Nobody asks it. And then I'll get into, have you ever been through a luxury consultation? What was that like? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Take a wild guess. Whatever they tell me they didn't like about it, guess what I don't talk about? What they didn't like. I don't go there. If they were ever with another agent, I don't ever downcast the agent whatsoever. Ever. Ever. I don't even care if they ask me. I just say they seem like a nice person. I don't know anything about their business. But what do you feel they should have done? Well, they should have marketed it better. No, they should have sold it. If you notice on my signs, I don't have my face. I have it on riders. I don't have it on the main sign. I don't have it on my card. You know, I try to keep it elevated. It's got to be relatable. That's just marketing 101. I know we're over. I want to be cognizant of your time, you guys.
Thank you.
If anybody has any questions, I mean, I got probably another few minutes I can answer.
I think you answered a lot, Pete. I think there's a lot of good, a lot of great nuggets in it. And I know that the presentation I just went in the other day. It was probably a property around 1.3 million, and used the presentation for luxury, and it just wowed them. They're like, holy smokes, look at this. And it's like,
Yeah.
and they get it, they get all the different places where we're marketing and stuff like that. That bracket does get that,
Listen, that's the most important thing to them, you guys. If you have a soft
100%.
feel type of book, right? You can't see this, but this is a soft, it's called a silk feel. And I have that one of those books with the presentation, customized them right there. Okay. And if they look at that, everybody asks the same question. I'm going to give you super insight. They all say, how are you going to market it and expose my property? Well, guess what? We have 85,000 agents. With one click of the button, they're going to see it. We're not franchises. We're not separated by anything else. We're in 28 countries, and we're going to give you global exposure. Think about that. And the biggest thing of all when talking to them is you say, look, here's our customized marketing plan. We're going to syndicate, write that down. We are going to syndicate, not distribute. We're going to syndicate your property in front of millions of buyers who are ready to go. And how are we going to do that? By putting it in the biggest, baddest, and best luxury publications in the world. And you can see it in real time. Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Mansion Global, DuPont Registry, Robb Report, James Edition. Just name a few. And trust me, they have heard of all those publications, and nobody coming in before you and nobody coming in after you has that in their back pocket. I know it for certain. They don't do that. And it's all about exposure. That's it right now, because it moves fast and you got to get in front of the right people. And it's way easier to get relaunches of strategy and pricing when you can go to someone. Like I had a listing last year. We had it on for 11.5. I told them originally, look, you have to be at 10 million. And I said, we can try for 2 weeks. I wrote it right into the contract, you guys. We tried for 2 weeks at 11.5. If we don't have offers, I call it my write this down. I call it my 615. All right. What's the area code in Nashville? 615. I call it my 615. All right. 6 showings, 1 offer, 15 days. Whatever comes first, if we don't have an offer on the table, we're negotiating, we have to adjust it to the price that I put in the listing contract automatically, non-negotiable, no talking. It goes to it. It's already signed, because otherwise it's going to end up costing you money. And let me explain why. And I sent them all the analytics for our syndicated marketing throughout the globe. And it showed that their house was shown 392 times. Right? And I said, look, 392 people online looked at your house, and none of them set up a private showing, and none of them wrote an offer. What do you want to do? And I just sat there and I didn't say anything. And they said, let's put it to 10.5. It's uncomfortable, right? See how I'm not talking? Because if you talk, you lose. I just sat there. And they said, oh, you don't think that'll work? Why don't we just put it to 9.9? And I sold for 9.5. I double-ended it. My professional fee was 5%. You guys can do the numbers. This is fun. It's like playing real-life Monopoly. And you don't want to play Monopoly. I even beat my kids at Monopoly. I go all in. I'm charging them every time they hit. I'm putting hotels on everything. I'm making deals on the side. And they're like, Dad, will you ever let us win? I say, no chance. Seriously. But they're getting better. They're going to beat me at some point, because I'm trying to teach them you have to have the right mindset to do this. If you believe it, you can achieve it. If you don't, you won't. That's it. All you guys can do this. You can elevate your whole team's price range. And listen, the synergy and what comes off of that vibration when you get luxury listings, it's infectious, you guys. It leads to other transactions all the time. I mean, I sold a house and listen, this is no ego. I don't have time for ego. I'm just telling you stories. I sold a house from Nashville that I never saw, that was below one of my clients' houses, that I sold them for 7.8 million. I called them up and I said, listen, I have an unbelievable opportunity for you. The guy's like, I'm not looking for one, Pete. I said, but when I call, you always pick up the phone. You know I'm calling with purpose. This is something you need to look at because this is going to create legacy in your portfolio and your family. Do I have your attention? He was like, yes. I said, the house below you, it came on the market. It's an estate sale. They already have 2 offers on the table. You need to get this house because it's a contiguous parcel to your parcel. He said, show it to me. My assistant showed it to him. He bought it for 6.5 million the next day. Closed in 5 days, as is. You guys, it's true stories. I wasn't even in the state. Hey, I didn't show him the house. It's done. That's it. That's how much fun this is. You guys, the year I sold 118 houses, I had 12.9 million in production. I did that last week. 12.9 million, 118 deals, 118 closings, sitting in the closing rooms with the attorney, looking at him. He's looking at me. The buyer hates the seller hates the buyer. Wow, what a great time. Oh, and by the way, I was on a 50-50 split for outside brokerage in my father's office. He gave me a 25 split, 25% on in-house. Wow, what a deal. Do it out, you guys. 3%, 100 grand, that's 3 grand. 25% of 100 grand is what? $750 a deal. $750, not $775 or $750,000. So I tell him to this day, he goes, well, I paid for your college. I said, I'm the best payoff ever from you investing in my college. I paid you 10 times over. He was like, yeah, you might be right. No, I am right. I know the numbers. Know your numbers. You guys can all do this. Hey, I got to take a call. Thank you for having me. If you need my help, reach out. All right.
Thanks,
Have a
Pete.
great weekend. Have a great week, you guys. You can do
Thank
it.
you, Pete.
Talk to you soon.
One really quick thing, guys. We're going to send out to the leaders this call, a copy of it. If you want to watch it again, I'm going to take the end of this where all those like drop nuggets were and put it into an organized way. So you guys have the scripting he used, some of the wording he used, because it's a lot. He was throwing a lot out there. So you guys have that handy. Work on that this afternoon and you should have that no later than tomorrow. The other thing I was going to offer all of y'all to do, I'm doing a 7 p.m. watch party tonight on Zoom, zoomshelly.com. I'll send it to your leaders. This is going to be for if you want to do agent attraction. We are doing tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a call with Jay Kinder talking about something it's basically an offer to offer agents where they get leads. So if you want to do that, join me. I know it's kind of last minute, but I wanted to jump on this. I didn't want to wait like 3 weeks or 2 weeks and put a big plan together. We just got to take action. So our whole goal with everything we're doing is take massive action. Let's grow.